Hello, everybody, and good evening. Tonight we're going to do a similar thing like we did a week or two ago with a panel, but I'm going to post a link in. I'm going to send out a few links in Messenger for those who want to come up. I'll be selecting at least 4 or 5 people to come up and talk about catfishing and answer questions. We'll go back in and say hi to who came in chat. It would be Jason Lamb, Mike Sampson, Dave Garcher, bottom feeders hooked up, Camping with Nolan, Angel Hawk. Welcome, Angel. If you're new here, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and the thumbs up if you'd like. We have Mad Catter catfishing. Catfishing. Oh shit. Austin, hit me up on Facebook Messenger, and I will send you a link. Sir Finn's catfishing. How are you doing? Oh, excuse me. Stephen Corley, Big Slim, Valerie Irving. How are you doing? Will you be safe all right there, Stephen Corley? Oh, excuse me. Hey, Creole, send me a message. Austin, do you have Facebook? I've been drinking a lot of coffee. Hey, Ace. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Maurice, how you doing? Sir Fins, are you on Facebook? Oh, excuse me. Look, send me a message, Sir Fins. We're we're doing something a little different tonight since Christian Chick is on vacation at a different lake and she has no signal. She she will not be able to be on here tonight. So I'm picking a few people out of chat and sending them a link to bring them up and have a quick panel tonight and talk catfishing and answer questions. Well, congratulations, Ace. Nightcatter, if you want to come up, just send me a link. Send me a message on Facebook and I'll get you up here. Hey, Chrissy. Two old vets. Excuse me. Two old vets. How you doing? Okay. Oh, excuse me.
What's up, Abbott?
Oh, we got the school bus driver.
What's been going on, brother?
Not much. I just decided to do a panel since Chrissy was on vacation and she's got a different lake between Arizona and Utah and couldn't get no signal.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I came up with this real quick.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
So I tried to get a couple more people to come up here and I sent Sir Fins a link. See if he can come up.
Yeah, but we had a tough bite Saturday, boy. We managed to catch a couple of fish, but boy, it was tough. That's how it goes sometimes.
I was waiting to see you catch something on the dock, Damon.
Yeah, I know. I had two of them out. In every spot except for one, and didn't get a hit. I mean, the bite was so slow. I was lucky to get what I did. I think the main part, the river for us, was on a really hard fall. it was dropping more than a foot per day for the past 3 days. And I always struggle when that river falls hard like that.
Camping with Nolan, I'd have to have your parents' permission before you can come up here. Because I don't need to get some kind of copyright struck or in trouble
No,
for that.
don't need to get in trouble.
Did you get the link, Surf Ends? Or what did he say? What? So, what baits were you throwing out Saturday?
I had one bait. I had all slicker, all skipjack.
No shad.
I don't catch fish on shad. I don't. I've thrown shad many times. I do not catch fish on shad. I don't know why, but I don't. Shad's one of my least favorite baits, believe it or not. We actually tried right before we went live to snag an Asian carp. I was going to cut one of those for some fresh bait, but I don't know, couldn't get a hook in one.
Surf Ends, just follow the link. It'll bring it right in as a guest. So it'd be real easy.
Yeah. And if you're on an iPhone, you have to copy the link to Safari and open it in there. That's what I have to do.
Okay.
Yeah. But
get a hold of a fishing chick and walk her through that because she was having problems with that and I didn't know how to do it on Safari.
yeah, usually like it's easy when you send it in Messenger. If you touch it in Messenger, it actually tells you right there to copy the link. You hit the button that says copy link, and you just copy it to your text line in Safari, and it goes right in. It's the easiest way to do it.
Right. Hey, Catfish Regulators, message me on Facebook. Bringing some other people up in here.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to just listen to me talk. They listen to that enough.
You'd be surprised how many people would want to listen to you talk.
Sometimes I don't want to listen to me talk.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Catfish and crappie? Mike Irving, how are you? For those of you that are just coming in, Fishing Chick is up by Arizona, Utah border where there's no signal. She's out on the lake. We tried earlier to get her do a test signal for her. She didn't have no luck. She went into town, tried getting signal there and a few other places, and still nothing. So I told her when she comes back in, gets back home in Yuma, we will bring her back in and do a show then. So tonight we're just doing another nice panel. But next week I will be having Bottom Peter Hook up on chat here. He'll be guest. So that's going to be pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, it should be a good show.
And he did participate in the Iron Cap Bank Fishing Challenge. So we can talk to him about that as well.
Yep.
Oh, I understand that, Chrissy Brown. Work sucks. All right, Austin. Opening various screens. Okay, Austin. I just replied. Hey, squirrel. Hi, Pat the cat. I don't know who else you can bring up in here. As soon as I find him. Someone way my head up here in a long, long time.
Okay.
He's one of my first 15 guests last year after I started going live. Oh, here comes Austin.
There he is.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
How
Bob?
much? What's up? How you doing?
Good, good. How you doing, Creole? Avid?
Good. This panel tonight is just basically talking catfishing, answering questions, giving tips, tricks, and everything, either from the bank or from the boat, whichever you guys fish.
Well, I've done both, and I have one tip. They're off spawn.
Well, basically, we'll be going over rigs and stuff and whatever people may have questions for you for. So,
Okay.
hey, me down catfishing. That's a new name. If you're new here, you can hit the subscribe button and bell notification and hit the thumbs up if you don't mind.
I do have one question, though, Avid. Is this kid-friendly or...
This is kid friendly,
Okay.
but
I was just making sure.
like camping with Nolan, I checked out his channel earlier, and he's underage. But for him to be on my live, I'd have to talk to his parents and see if it's.
Yep.
Most definitely. I completely understand. That's why I asked.
Kids are welcome here, but
Okay. I'm going to get my oldest son to subscribe to both of y'all, by the way.
Okay, thanks.
Because he was asking earlier, who are all these guys that you keep talking to? And I was like, you know what? Here. So
If I ever did that to my great nephew with all the subscribers I'm subscribed to, he'd kill me.
man, I went through and like taken off like all the mainstream, like, 200,000-300,000 subscribers up to 1 million. And I've went back down to like, the hundreds to the couple thousands, and this community, man, and just trying to make this community grow, because this is a great community. And once it grows, man, and once we get out there, we'll all be fishing together someday. We need to do a meet and greet and cook, and it's going to be awesome, bro.
Every year. I do one every year. And wherever you guys are at, I suggest you guys do one as well, because it's really amazing.
Heck yeah, man.
The people that you can get to know, get to meet, and get to see, it's worth it.
I'm about an hour from Bex, Has, Chunky, all those guys. I'm right here in Virginia. I'm right near Richmond, Virginia, and I'm about an hour from like the DC line. So I'm pretty sure we could all meet up there sometime.
I'm sure.
I think you're muted, Chris.
Creole ain't muted.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, I hear you. Never mind. Just kidding.
No, I think
If
you're
you
right.
guys did a meet and greet down in Louisiana, one up in DC area where you can get all them people up there for a meet and greet and get on live stream or videos, that would be epic. And the people you'd meet and the fun you guys could have while you're fishing and hanging out and cooking.
Oh, most definitely, man. I have surgery tomorrow, and then once I get over that surgery, hey, man, I'm heading out. You know what I mean? I'm heading out. I'm going to visit everybody that wants to be visited. You know what I mean?
Well, good luck with that, brother.
Good luck with that, and we'll.
Come down there where you're at, Creole, and try to catch. I'm scared. I don't know, Avid. I'm scared of alligators, though, brother.
Oh, alligators, they're good eating.
They don't bother us down there. Every now and then I'll see a small one, but those big gators, they don't like that current that we fish in. You won't hardly ever will you see anything over about 5 feet where I catfish. Now I can take you to some places and show you some 12, 13 footers, but I don't
I'm all right.
Ain't no real loss. Are you on Facebook?
Am I? No, I'm not on Facebook, man.
No, I was talking no real loss.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been on Facebook though for a reason, man. I've been in the same relationship with my wife for 8 years, no Facebook, and never had a problem. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. You know what I mean?
I have Facebook. I have my Avid Fisherman Facebook. I have the Fishing with a Bank Facebook. Avid's Meet and Greet and Bank Fishers of America. So I got a lot of them. Oh, we got the alien here, Mr. Mud Dugger himself.
Hey, I don't know if y'all hear that, but they've been doing fireworks over here for like 5 days. I don't know what's going on.
Now they were doing that outside my back outside last night, and I got 2 more racks of ribs still on the smoker while I'm doing live, and I want added wood to it so it'll last a while, so I don't have to worry about that. Plus the ribs are almost done anyway. I've been spraying them with pineapple juice, apple juice, and a little bit of tequila.
I'm not speaking on what I'm drinking. I'm just gonna say that.
No,
But
that's what
yeah.
I'm spraying the ribs with. That ain't what I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah, cool. Ribs are good like that, but I'm drinking water in a can.
Water in the can.
They actually do have water in a can over here. It's called I think it's called Devil's something. It's like the Devil's. It's weird. Devil's Worship or something. I won't try it though because I'm not that type of person. But they have water in a can.
That is
I'll
strange.
send some out to you guys if y'all want to. I mean, it's weird, but I'm not trying it because I'm not the Devil's worshiper or whatever you want to say.
No, I don't think I want to try that.
Yeah, I'm good on it. I haven't tried it myself.
So, what lines and rod and reel tackles do you guys use?
You want to go ahead first, Creole? You want me to go ahead or?
Go ahead, Austin.
Well, I usually use typically. Good God! All right, I use like a 7 to 8 foot rod, medium heavy, and usually use 60 to 80 pound braid with a 30 pound mono leader most of the time, about 2 foot, sometimes 3, depending on where I'm at, and usually do a slip sinker. That way, your weight will stay here, and your bait can be 20 yards that way. You know what I'm saying? And your fish have plenty of time to get that circle hook right here where you need it, and you just reel down on them. Boom, got my fish. I mean, if you want me to, I'll go get a couple rods out the car or in the house, wherever, and show you what I'm working with.
No, you're good. Creole?
But over here at the James, man, it's killer. We got some big fish down here.
Oh, so
And
you just up there with 2 stands fish, Green Machine, and who else is on the James?
Stand 3, 2 stands, Stand 3, Dan from Green Machine.
Bass.
I think Chris with catfish fishes the James River a lot too.
I think Catfish Regulators is up there too.
Yeah.
Catfish Regulators. You got the 1 tons.
Mm-hmm.
And they're down there. They're south of me. They're down there about an hour south instead of north, but they're down there near Gaston, Lake Gaston, and it's pretty clear over there. Like not that much current. but that's where the records come from.
Oh, there's the next guest in 2 weeks away. Miss Tina Ladybug.
Hmm.
An amazing guest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's always in here supporting everybody. So, what's your rigs of choice?
Lately, I've been sticking to basically it's really one rig, but I use a modified version of it for different things. I got away from using the sinker slides. Now I use a three-way swivel just with a snap to put my weights on, like on the lower part. And
Yeah.
I run my 80-pound leaders like always. And what I like to do, about 6 inches before my hook, I put a second barrel swivel and I have two Versa rattles in front of it with some beads. And that tends to be my go-to rig. I'll change it up sometimes. I'll add a like some 20-pound mono for a sinker dropper in place of the snap swivel in case I want to pick my baits off the bottom a little bit, or for my bumping rig, it's basically the same thing. But I've pretty much gotten away from using sinker slides altogether because I use such big pieces of bait and big weights. It's harder to cast with that sinker slide. It tends to pull out and helicopter when I cast. So those
Oh
three
yeah.
weights tend to pin it down real good.
So, would you like to walk us through your boat? Tell us what kind of boat you got and how and why you got it rigged up.
Well, I could almost do one better. I could walk right here on the back carport. I can show you the boat.
I kind of figured that's where you're at.
I could, yeah. I mean, I'm on the front porch. The boat's in the back. But no, I run a Triton 2072 John boat center console. Got a 115 Mercury on it.
Now, is that a prop or is that a jet boat?
No, it's a prop. It's a regular prop boat. I don't do the jet thing. It's not. I don't really go in that shallow of a water to need a jet, and a jet boat doesn't turn quite as well as what my boat does. They don't handle all that well, for the type of the running I do anyway.
So you don't do the things like Epic does, go running up to Scary River where you have that
No,
pucker factor.
no. In fact, I'm almost the opposite.
Hey guys, I gotta run. I appreciate you having me on here,
All
Evan.
right,
Creole, good to see you.
No
no
problem, brother.
problem.
I gotta run, got some things going on. But I just wanted to hop in here real quick, say what's up.
All
Good
right,
seeing y'all. Y'all have a great night.
All right, brother.
all right, brother. You have a good night.
Yeah.
But
But no, I almost do the opposite of Epic. To be honest, if it's not at least 20 feet of water, I'm not even comfortable. I'm very much a deep water guy. I don't like running in that shallow water. I've I guess because I've never spent much time doing it, but I don't find fish and I don't catch fish in shallow water. I catch all my fish in what most people would consider deep water, 50 foot plus.
that's where I'm always catching my lines at when I'm fishing the Mississippi and the
Yeah.
Kaskaskia. Everybody's hitting the banks, catching the 10 and 15 pounders. In the daytime, I'm going out deep to bring out the big ones.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm throwing giant baits.
Well, yeah. In fact, I really, because I'm kind of thinking in my mind as we're talking, I can't remember any of the fish we've ever caught over 50 pounds that were caught in less than 50 feet of water. I can't think of one.
I know before I started doing YouTube, I was casting out there in the Kaskaskia, same place,
Mm-hmm.
on New Wakens. And I still haven't changed fishing those channels and ledges and seams that's often in deep water. I
Yep.
haven't changed it because I know they're there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of the places that I've fished them so much to where I know where the big structures are. I know where the scour holes, the big ledges, and all this stuff. And I have a list of in my mind of probably 40 or 50 different places. And depending on what the river's doing that day, I might narrow it down to maybe 8 or 10 in one area that, okay, I think I'm going to do good here based on what the river's doing.
Right. And after talking to you last week about dredging, I went and talked to a couple local biologists about it, and they were saying it could probably take 2 years or more to come back.
Yeah.
Or it could never come back to where it was.
It all depends on current flow. If something happens, they have a dredging operation, but yet you get 2 years in a row of really, really high water and fast currents, a big flood condition. It could put it back that quickly. Will it be exactly like it was? That'll never happen. It'll never be exactly what it was before they dredged it.
So yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But when they dredged just one part of the Kaskaskia, it was all muddy. Then they opened up this rocky ledge, which is really bad for the line, which really made it worse.
Yeah.
But
I know the places that they're talking about maybe dredging around where I fish. Well, it's not going to bother me at all because the places they're talking about dredging, I stay away from because they're so shallow because of the sandbars. I don't, I'm going to be happy when they dredge them. If anything, it might create some new fishing grounds for me where normally I just run my boat over it.
Yeah, because if they dredge out the sandbars that's getting washed in from the bank, it's going to create something new.
Yeah, well, these are actually big sandbars that are built up like downstream of the dams. They have the big holes below them, but when you go quarter mile downstream, when the water finally slows down, that's where all the silt falls out of suspension.
Right, that comes out of the suspension of the heavy current coming out of the dams.
Yep,
and that has to go somewhere, so it goes there.
Yep, that's right.
But it's making a giant fish hole.
Yeah,
almost a mile downstream.
Yep, as long as water's moving fast, that silt stays in the water. But you slow that water down, that's it. It falls. It comes out. It's going to settle.
Trying to read what Mark said.
If it's the same message he sent me, yeah, pretty funny.
Which one was that?
I can't say it live.
Oh, that one?
It was funny. But to answer that question, Mark, yes, I noticed as well.
He didn't send me that message. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't get that one.
Check out Creel's late videos tonight after the show.
Yep, that was
the latest video.
That was filmed like on May 25th. That video was about at least a month old. I'd been so busy with work that I hadn't had time to edit it. So finally, I sat down, got through it, edited it, and I put it out. But that was a fun trip. Dad had kept telling me that he comes with us bumping, but he never could catch a fish on a bumping rod. On his bumping rod. He owns one. I bought him one the same time I bought mine. And I said, you know what, Dad, we're going to fix that. So needless to say, he had enough of catching bumping fish after I was done with him. He was begging me to go anchor somewhere so he could take a break.
I sent one of our famous talk show hosts a link.
Okay.
You know who he is.
Oh yeah, I know him. I know them all, but I know who you're talking about.
You know this one quite well.
Mm-hmm. I got a feeling. I know who it is.
He has an open invitation like you do.
Hey, and I appreciate that. I really do.
There's very few that have that open invitation.
It wasn't that long ago. I was just another guy in chat saying hi to everybody. It wasn't long ago.
Yeah, I just got that message, and yeah, I can see why you can't say that in chat.
But correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
He was seriously.
Oh yeah.
So, you don't use skipjack. I mean, you use skipjack, but you don't use shad.
Mm-mm. Not
Are you
anymore.
able to use bluegill, red horse, Asian carp, and sucker?
Okay. In list, in order of preference, number one is slicker. Skipjack for everybody else. Whether it's rather fresh, but frozen is number two on the list. I rather a frozen skipjack than anything else on the list. My number two choice is Asian carp. I love, love, love Asian carp as a bait. I do really well on it when I can get it. Number three, number three is kind of a tie, I guess. I don't know if I like the chicken more or if I like suckers more. I haven't used sucker all that much, but the little bit I've used it, I've always caught fish on it.
Oh, the red horse sucker?
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Here he comes.
I was summoned by Avid.
I knew. Oh,
Hey, it's not like the last panel we had. This is just more laid back, just
right here, man. Right
just
here.
talking catfishing.
Oh, I took this out of a bag to put it on. I keep all the special hats sent to me in 1 gallon Ziploc bags up here on my shelf. I got an awful big stack of them. I ran out of room, to tell you the truth.
Hey,
but
I would love nothing more than to see fish slime all over that hat. Trust me.
It ain't going to happen. Not to this one. I'm holding on to this one.
I'm working on trying to find a place to have my logo put on a hat.
Oh, that'll work good. That sticker you got looks good. I can't wait to get it, Avid.
It's in the mail.
Perfect. I can't wait. The mail's been slow. I sent some stuff over to Uncle Lou. Big shout out to Uncle Lou. He's a great supporter of everybody out there. The guy's unreal.
Last week,
check out his new rods. Buy a whole bunch of them, people. I think they're going to be kind of cool. And I like that orange, man. That orange is something different. I'm one of them guys that kind of goes against the grain. Everybody loves that new color that's out. I'm going to go with something else, I think. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get me a couple of them in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see how that goes. I'm sure they'll be terrific. I'm gonna use them in my new dragging adventures.
Yeah, let me know what you think of those new Uncle Lou's rods, would you?
I will do that, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I had a long weekend, guys. I didn't get to fish at all, and it broke my heart. I got to watch you guys fish though in between working on my truck, so that helped.
Yep, I got
a new device I was telling you about.
Okay.
Very cool. Also, that fits your notepad or whatever, right? Your
this will fit my tablet or my phone.
Tablet. That's it. That'll work.
And this light is super bright, and it has a mic with a little screen on it, and it hooks up to the tablet. It works good for the live feeds from the bank. But as far as doing it from a live stream, doing a live stream with it, you can't hear your guests.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better for doing lives from the bank. And I can comes with this mount, this piece here, the light, which is rechargeable and bright. It comes with 3 different covers on it. You take it off just the way it is, and come on. That's how bright it is, just that way.
Avid, you got to be careful shining that light. We got people with epilepsy out there watching probably, so
I know.
you don't want to do that to them. I know a couple people out there mentioned that they had it, so I kind of refrain from shining my glasses too much on my streams and stuff. So
and it comes with that color, which is like a skin
diffuser.
tone. Yeah, a skin tone, a white, and a blue.
Nice.
I like that. I like the skin tone because it's not as bright.
Now, Creel, what do you use when you're streaming?
Look, I keep my stuff very simple. Like right now, what I've got. In fact, I'm gonna take it off my holder real quick. Look, it's the simplest of little things. It's a little. If I can turn my camera right, Jesus. You figure after all this time I'd be used to this, but I'm not. Okay, it's like a little. It's a little tripod. Little self-standing tripod, and I have the the little clamp phone.
Right.
you know, and I just have a little power pack that my phone is hooked to. That's what I'm using here, you know, outside. Now, if
Right.
I out on my desktop, you know, I've got that blue.
Well, what do you use on your boat? That's what I'm curious about.
Okay, this basically it's this setup right here is what I use in my boat. The only difference is instead of this little tripod, I have it's like a little aluminum jaw with it almost looks like a C clamp.
Okay.
And it clamps to my grab handle on my center console.
Okay.
It just has like a little gimbal, not a gimbal, like a little ram mount that I can tighten, and the same little clamp phone mount. That's all it is.
You have a little notch on top of your little place where your phone is, so you can slide you can get one of these at Walmart just by itself, and it comes with this little attachment right there.
Yeah.
That'll slide right in the top of your phone, and this is a rechargeable light, and you can slide that right up in there and use it for either facing you or facing your rods. And it's a real good winner.
Yeah, but
Look at that.
There's one problem, Avid. I'm not nearly as good looking as you. I don't need all that light on my face. You know,
I'm just Bigfoot with a big hairy face and needs to be lit up.
Hey, I see we got Lyle from Catfish Weekly out there. I want to make sure everybody knows to watch Keith on his show this Monday. That's going to be awesome. I talked with Keith a little bit. He's looking forward to it too, so it'll be a good show.
That's a show I can't wait to see.
And then I'm going to have Dieter Melhorn on right after that, so it should be a good night on Monday.
Oh, that's going to be an awesome night.
So I'm looking forward to that very much so.
And hello, Lyle. I hope everything's going good for you right now.
I see Art out there, Dale, Sogo, no real loss. Congratulations on Friday.
No real loss. Bex and Vonnie, you guys did awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they did it. Isn't that the second one they won?
Yeah, they won twice. They won the Glizzy Awards, the Glizzy Master. Then they did the Iron Cat Bank Challenge, and they won that one. And both of them, she beat Stan twice in 2 contests.
My poor brother, and always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
You won one, Creel. You did all right that first time with Chad's tournament. You cleaned house.
Oh, you took everybody.
You got the bus driver name.
Yeah, I got that one, and so far I am undefeated in the one in your 1v1s. I am undefeated.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
I got my rear end handed to me Saturday.
I'm going to have to start having a couple of those pretty soon. So if anybody wants to have one, give me a shout out. Maybe we can do a shorter one even during the week, late night if somebody's out. I know there's a few guys out there streaming late at night. Maybe they want to go head to head with somebody. I kind of miss the sport and the camaraderie, even some of the smack talking in chat. So give me a shout out on Facebook.
I've got 2 that are, you know, on the books. Accepted. I just have to somehow find time in my insane work schedule to get them done. You know about one of them.
I do.
The second one or not.
All right, Creel, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
You won the last couples tournament. So will you be going into this couples tournament?
Like am I going to be doing the same thing, same strategy?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you are entering into this couples tournament, and you're going to be doing the same strategy.
Same strategy, except I'm not leaving that spot with an hour and a half left to try to go catch a big fish. I'm staying this time.
I want to see you fish that sunken barge for a little while next time you're out. I want to see what that'll produce. I saw that. I was pretty much salivating, sitting there going, oh, man, I need to fish a spot like that.
I was too.
Baits for that spot yesterday. I'll tell you right now. That is not a place to throw frozen skipjack.
You need to get a live slicker down there.
A big, some big live brim, something like that.
Or do like Doc Lang does, how he just uses a whole one and just cuts the tail off it, puts a couple of slices in it.
I have done. In fact, I caught about a 40-pounder in that spot doing that exact thing. Actually,
If I could find that on the bank like that, I'd target that thing with everything I had.
you should see on the bank, because there's actually a construction company has their laydown yard right there on the bank of the river. You couldn't see it on my camera. You should see like the old fires and the sticks in the ground where everybody has rods. Trust me,
Right.
that place get fish a lot.
Do you have any grain mills or anything out there? Any places? I imagine down there they're moving a lot of rice rather than grain, right?
They move a lot of everything down here. We
Well,
have
food products, I'm thinking, because I know a lot of the granaries up north on the Mississippi, Lyle was telling me they really produce a lot of good fish. So if you can find somebody that's transporting like huge amounts of food, like rice, which I imagine there's a lot of down there, right?
Yep.
That would be kind of a spot that I'd be looking for as well.
Yeah. Up here, there's a
I
lot of
told
that up here.
What if I told you that just upstream from where that old sunken barge is a grain elevator where they load barges during the fall?
There you go. Right there. Bingo. Yahtzee.
That's one of my spots.
Yeah, they do corn up here. They do soybean. They do wheat.
Yep.
On the barges, all that kind of stuff. So, and a lot of those places you can't get to from the bank is they won't. Those companies will not let you fish around them.
You see, with me, it's a technicality. There is a big sign that says I'm not allowed to tie to or anchor any of the barge bumpers that are right there by the grain elevator.
Right.
But they can't tell me nothing for spot locking 6 foot away from it.
No.
That's true. It's water is public, especially there if it's navigable.
If
You know,
it's
that
navigable-
it's state by state, though. I know federal law says that any navigable waterway you have access to, but for some reason, like in Illinois, there's some streams and stuff that were navigable at one time, which would be covered under that federal law. But for some reason, they figured a way out around it, so you kind of got to stay out of them. So I don't know. I have very, very not mixed feelings. I really resent the fact that the state can do something like that.
It's strange because sometimes if a company or an entity has resources that extend into the water, they have the right for safety reasons and risk management to prevent people's access. That's the legal.
Yeah, the legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Illinois is good at just taking banks that's not even close to something like that and just shutting it down for no reason.
Bank fishing's a different story because you're on property and somebody usually owns that property. So I don't know what the bank fishing's like in the rest of along the Mississippi. I imagine there's quite a bit, but I know by me it's slim to none. And the spots that are there, I've said this so many times, the spots that are there are pressured so hard, which is probably one of the biggest reasons why I even bought my little boat. So
yeah, we kind of have the same thing, is that, you know, what a lot of people do, there are ways that you can get to the big sandbars in the river from the land. You could literally walk right out on them. And, you know, that's everybody's party spot, you know, everything else. But like you said, they get fished so much that, you know, I tend to stay away from them because, you know, that for me, there's nothing by that sandbar that excites me as a catfisher. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Not for me.
you know what I like about bank fishing? I like being able to be by my truck. I like not having to pay my $21 launch fees that I pay over here.
Ooh.
And I like to be able to have a campfire. Those are the things I really like about bank fishing. The fishing's a lot slower, but it's a different kind of experience for me.
That's what I like about bank fishing is you got your truck, you got your ice chest, you got your food, you got your camp stove right there.
But I'm not gonna lie. I don't like those 1/2 mile, 1 mile walks. No, I don't like that at all. No.
Hey, I don't do the 1 mile and 1/2 mile walks.
You did them at Kaskaskia. That was a mile out to that point over there, pretty much.
That's 3/8 of a mile.
3/8. So that's close enough for me.
Trust me, I'm not doing that one again.
We got a 5-gallon bucket full of bait and 4 fishing rods and steel rod holders and backpack.
Nope.
I'm not doing that one again. I've done that one twice now. No. It ain't worth it.
Bank fishing frustrates me so bad, especially for catfish, because I basically never caught a catfish off the bank. It's
No.
that because everywhere where I want my baits to be, either I can't get there on the bank or I can't reach it with a cast. It's always just out of range, and frustrates me.
I'm looking forward to checking out Kevin's boat, whatever Iron Cat boat tournament, whatever he's having. I apologize for not knowing what it's called, but I thought about putting a bid in there, but I got something going on the next day, so I won't be able to make that. But that'd be cool to be a part of that. I kind of would have liked that, even though it would have been, especially this time of year with all the Googans out, those hours would be kind of rough to fish. So I don't know how productive I would be, but I'd still give it a shot.
Yeah, but those hours, you're in prime flathead time there.
I don't know. Out here, for me, prime time flathead where I fish and the way I fish is 2 a.m. and then between 6 and 6 a.m. and noon. Those are good times. Yeah, I do good like at the 8 o'clock hour from the bank, at 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock. I can almost time it. I know people are always arguing if they don't feed on a schedule. When we're bank fishing and we're catching flatheads, they're on the move or or one spot they're leaving a hole, and we don't catch them until they're getting ready to leave the top of that. It's like a 9-foot hole, which is odd for the fox. But if we can get baits up on top of it, we'll get them when they're leaving. And it's usually at certain times.
I got you.
Now, Kevin,
I don't know why, but it's just what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Kevin's in chat, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the next tournament he's having is either the Iron Cat Boat Challenge or the Catch and Cook.
I think it's the boat challenge first, and then the catch and cook.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, but he has so many challenges, it's hard to keep up with him.
Yeah, I know.
I think Korea would do good in that catch and cook. Put a little bit of that Cajun flair on there.
Oh,
I hadn't thought about it. Look, if my work schedule wouldn't be so crazy, I'd be all in on a lot of those things. Trust me.
It's July 29th, isn't it, Palmetto? He said July 9th. I thought that it was the 29th. He would know better than me, but I could swear it was like the 29th.
Yeah.
Either way,
nice with the
black and catfish or some black and crappie is one of my favorites. I just get some of that Don Perdeau seasoning.
Yes. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, not bad, man. And he's been doing it. He's had that stuff out forever. I think he's passed away. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's been many years.
Where do you find that Don Perdeau seasoning?
I get it. They sell it at Walmart even.
Yeah,
really?
Here.
Just check where the Tony. What is the Tony Zatarans or the Tony
Chachere's?
That's it.
Yep.
Good stuff. July 9th, he confirmed. My bad. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Don't feel bad. I'm trying to keep up with all his challenges, but the challenge I really, if he would have it on the weekends, is Bushcrafter.
That'll be an interesting one to watch.
That one would be fun to try. But that's on a Friday night.
I don't know. I don't like walking 3/8 of a mile to a fishing spot. I don't know if I want to build a shed over a weekend. That's not my thing.
No.
You saw me when I was camping there. That was like the last time I went camping. I haven't been camping forever, and I'm like, all right, let's go camping. I get out there, and it was nothing like I remembered. It must be my age or something. I like camping at a motel, like Lyle says. Motel 8, here we come.
Yeah.
I'm used to the woods and the wild, so it's no problem for me. I've camped without tents before where I had to make my own lean-tos and stuff. So you learn the tricks of the trade when you're younger.
I'm going to give somebody maybe some ideas out there for that catch and cook if they're going to be part of it. I don't know what the rules are. I haven't looked at them, but if you can catch like a carp or a drum and cook that up, maybe that'd impress some drudges. Maybe that'd get you some attention. There's some ideas, because people are eating bait and stuff. Why wouldn't they eat some carp or some drum, right? I hear drum's pretty good, actually.
It is. Hey, I'm telling you, it is. if you do it up right, I mean, we call them goop.
Uh-huh.
Freshwater drum. Oh, I grew up eating that stuff.
I'll tell you what, Creole, I'll try it. Next one I catch, I'll keep, and I'll let you know. I'll give you a call, and you can tell me how to cook the thing. All right?
Yeah. Give me a call before you cook it, not after.
I'll give you a call before I even fillet the darn thing, because I got to know how to do it.
Yep. Basically, it comes down to you either have to bake it in the oven for a little while first, or parboil it. You gotta melt that fat that's in there. That's
Okay.
the trick.
I like what Cafe says. Drum is nasty.
Don't know what's good. Mm-mm. People still look at me funny when I tell them what my favorite fish is to eat.
What is that, drum?
Exactly, either alligator gar.
Alligator gar is good.
I've been wanting to try alligator gar. You know how they make those balls, the little. I have been wanting to try them for a long time since I saw it on what's that show with the alligators they had down there with the two brothers?
Swamp People.
Swamp People. Remember the one brother, he passed away, but in an episode before that happened, they were making gar balls. So I'm like, you know what? I'd like to try that. It looks like it'd be kind of an adventure.
He made his exactly the way we all make them.
Oh, yeah?
That is the traditional way to do it. I'm telling you, it'll change your life, Mark.
You know what I did one time, Creole? I took crappie fillets and I diced them up really fine, and I mixed it in with hush puppy batter and made like crappie hush puppies. They weren't too bad. Next time I'd have put more crappie in there because it was a little too bready, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, well, Sackley doesn't have that real strong
No,
flavor.
not at all.
But you could just about do that pure, and it'll be okay.
Thank you, Isogo, for sharing links in chat. So, what's your guys' favorite way to do either a dry rub recipe for frying fish or a wet rub?
I fry my fish. I fry mine like fried chicken, to be honest with you. I like flour. I'm not a big fan of cornmeal. You got to season that. Here's the secret to using flour. You got to make sure you cook it long enough to get the taste of the flour out. Because like Creole will confirm, if you don't cook a roux long enough, what does it taste like?
It tastes like flour.
Tastes like flour. So you got to season it real well, and you got to kind of be careful with how thick you make the batter coating, because you can make it like a batter. Like I use sour cream or buttermilk on my fillets, let it sit for half an hour in it, and then I'll roll it and I actually shake it. I got one of those breading shakers. Right. I'll throw it in there, and then I'll fry it that way. And if I can get my wife to eat that, I got to be doing something right, because she's super picky.
Yep.
That's good if we can get her to eat that.
Yeah. I say I don't really do anything different, like as far as my batter and all that goes. But like I do it the traditional way. I'll put my fish in a little bit of flour first. I mean, just a thin. My little trick for cooking my fish is in my egg wash. I'll put. I couldn't tell you a measurement. You know, we Cajuns don't measure anything, but maybe a couple of tablespoons of yellow mustard in with my egg wash. I'll dip them in that. Then I'll go into my real fish batter, which I like the cornmeal fish batter, but the one I buy, it's Zatarain's actually. When I buy the seasoned one, they use an extremely fine cornmeal. It's almost got the texture of flour, and it's really, really, really good.
Yeah, it's the extra fine stuff. I like that a lot better too than that kind of gritty taste, you know.
That's my little secret is the yellow mustard in the egg wash.
That sounds pretty good.
I've done that.
I put like hot sauce in my egg wash. It works pretty good. I know you're not big on the real spicy stuff, but like a Crystal's or even a Frank's will do. I don't particularly use Frank's too much, but those will be really good in there too, I think. I've been meaning to try mustard on my fillets before I batter them up. I hear that's pretty good too.
Yep.
Yeah, it works good in the egg wash. I've tried it at the meet and greet cook-off, which I should have won, but I didn't. But oh well.
I don't know. All that fish looked good. I remember watching you guys on the replay. I'm like, man, this stuff does look good. I'd be eating that up. Now, was that all catfish that you guys were cooking?
That was all channel cats.
All channel cats.
They were all cut up into nuggets, and I was cooking mine out of a cast iron skillet in Dutch oven, and Norm was using a regular
Fryer,
pan.
that's right. Yeah, I use a
Regular fryer.
Got a lot of cool points from me for not only cooking your fish in a black pot, which impressed the heck out of me, but you actually knew what the match trick was.
Mm-hmm.
For
But I
grease.
wasn't going to tell him.
Dude, that impressed me. You got cool points right there.
I use a cast iron Dutch oven to fry my fishing, but I got one of them fancy La Crusade ones we got for our we got that for our wedding gift from my aunt. So it's been in the family for like 25 or 26 years now. So it works pretty good. You know why it works real good? It cleans pretty good. The seasoning isn't there like a typical cast iron, but it works good. The French know what they're doing too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
A good way to season a good cast iron is deep frying in it.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. Really is.
Bacon,
Yeah, you
cook bacon in it. That's how I start them off.
could. Yeah, that's good too. I've done it with bacon. I've done it frying fish in it, catfish, crappie, bluegills, gar.
Justin says he prefers. I prefer to cover it in nothing but seasoning and fry it. That's good too. That's pretty close to blackened anything. Just a ton of seasoning, right, Creel?
Yeah, really, all blackening is whatever seasoning you're using. It's really heavy on the black pepper, and basically when you pan fry it, it gives it that black coat on top. That's all that black pepper kind of getting charred on top. It's really all it is.
Yeah, black coat and really black, strong peppery taste when you bite into it.
Yeah, it's strong.
I tell you what, that will burn your taste buds for a while.
You know, I've been doing something in my barbecue lately. Rather than using fresh ground pepper, and I know people are going to say it's sacrilegious not to use fresh, but you know, when you crack a peppercorn, it lets out all those oils and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing like a Texas barbecue or whatever, sometimes that's a little overpowering.
That's
Especially
right.
if you're going to do like a Dalmatian rub, which is, you know, 1 part salt, 2 parts pepper. It gets to be a lot. So I've kind of learned to buy the pre-grate one, like I think it's a 16 mesh. You can buy them on Amazon, and then I'll make my own Dalmatian rub like that when I'm feeling like having some Texas. But that's another show.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, we're talking food right now, so why not? Now, Creo, do you smoke meats?
No, I wouldn't. I'll smoke them all right when I overcook them in the house. It's about the closest. No, I'm not.
Wait, we didn't say burning.
Yeah,
we said smoking.
That's a different kind of smoke. Not the kind of make the alarm go off in the house, huh?
I should say, do you grill?
I do on occasion. Now my son has gotten into it. In fact, the same one that fished a tournament with me, Gabe. He's gotten real big into it. Man, he can cook a rack of ribs like nobody's business.
Attaboy.
Definitely didn't learn it from me because I don't know how to do it. I don't know where he learned it from, but every chance he gets, he's like, Daddy, I'll go buy you whatever you want. No problem. Let's go.
Well, if you haven't watched a good smoking channel, go and subscribe and watch The Meat Church.
That's a good one.
Wow.
That guy and the
Chud's Barbecue. That's my
Scientist
favorite.
and Chud Barbecue, those three are really good. They will get the Mad Scientist Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
He will teach you the fire methods, how to keep a good fire, the ins and outs of barbecuing and all that. And smoking meat.
Especially, I'll let Gabe know because boy, he's always looking to do more stuff, more cool stuff. I'll turn him on to that. That way he can cook it for me. See,
there you go.
I don't have
teach him the briskets ways, the pork shoulder butts, all that.
Mm-hmm. Now I tell you one thing I learned from a cooking show about 10 years ago, and I do it every now and then still. When the brisket goes on sale, like the big whole briskets, they go on sale sometimes for $1.49 a pound. I'll go get a big one and I'll grind it. but you
There
gotta
you go.
gotta grind it twice because it's so coarse.
Mm-hmm.
Hamburger with some ground brisket.
Oh,
Dude.
you want to up your game even more? Get a little short rib, beef short rib, and mix it 50-50 with that brisket, Creel. You'll thank me later.
Oh, trust me, I've done that. That brisket lard after you cooked it, rendered it down, and you got it a little extra, and you rub it over the beef rub or the beef short ribs. Mark is right. That's
I'm
heaven.
getting hungry. I had a hot dog for dinner because I was working on my truck all day. We were talking about good food.
Trust me, I got my bedroom window open, and I got 2 racks of ribs on the smoker. I'm smelling them right now as they're cooking.
I don't get me wrong. I like ribs, but I've eaten so many ribs. I might have met my quota for a little while.
Well, these are beef ribs.
Beef ribs are my favorite.
They're about like that thick. So I'm waiting for them to cook down, and I've been spraying them with in a spray bottle with pineapple, orange, and apple juice, and about 4 shots of tequila in a spray bottle. I keep spraying them with, and boy, that just smells way too good to want to go out there.
And folks, tonight's show being brought to you by the American Heart Association.
Yeah, American Heart Attack Association.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, guys. Well, Avid asked me to come on. I gotta get some stuff done. I still got to scrub my hands from all the brake dust and stuff. Get cleaned up and get ready for bed in a little bit. We got a big day tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do, and then we got the show tomorrow. I want to make sure I'm around for Keith's show, and then I'm obviously going to have to be around for mine. I'm really looking forward to having Dieter on there too. So
we accomplished one thing, Mark. Justin Fishing says, "Dang it! Now I got to get out of bed and get something to eat."
Oh boy, you're welcome, Justin.
You're welcome, Justin.
All right, guys, have a great week. We'll see everybody tomorrow, guys. Thanks for calling.
See you guys tomorrow night.
Have a good one, guys.
You too. So, what's your game plan for the fall when you're done with this dike renovation?
Oh, what's that, Evan?
What is your game plan coming this fall when you're done with rebuilding these dikes?
Oh yeah. When work's going to slow down this fall and all that, I want to spend more time in the Mississippi River itself. I've been scouting a lot of really, really good spots, and I want to spend more time in that big river than what I normally do. That's one game plan for sure. But other than that, look, we just going to try to be out on the river as much as we can. I mean, that's all there is to it. I think every year we're better than the year we were before, and just putting, every time we learn something new, putting it to use.
What has the Mississippi River taught you every time you go out?
Respect.
Every time, something new every time, right?
Oh yeah. It's always something new. I always either see something new, find some little new area that I didn't know was there before, and it's just amazing because at the most I only get to go fishing about once a week. Lately, it hadn't even been that much. It's once every few weeks I get to go. And it's amazing how much the river changes from one time to another when I go fishing. It's never the same body of water. It's never the same. And it amazes me how much you have to pay attention to what the river's doing every time you go out.
Mm-hmm. If you seen how many bluegill I got my level right now, you'd want to use them for flathead bait.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey, I got a big old pond right there.
Hey, they're bigger than this Android.
Oh, yeah.
And they're about like that thick in the back.
That's good ones. And see, actually, my son informed me Friday, and I didn't even know this, but the little bayou right here in the front of my house, and I'm talking you can almost jump across this thing. It's really, really, really small. It's 3 feet deep.
Right. He's
telling me that it is slap full of little polywoc, little bullheads.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not big. They're maybe 6, 8, 10 inches long. And I'm like, why are you just telling me this now?
You could have been catching them for bait.
That's what he said. All you got to do is walk in there with a dip net and catch all you want. I'm like, why am I the last one to know about this?
That's flathead bait.
I know that he just happened to mention it. I'm like, dude, that's need to know information right there.
Hey, Mo Creek, welcome. Hey, James Alba.
Well, Abbott, I'm gonna go ahead and step out myself. Unfortunately, I've got to pack a suitcase to stay a few days out of town for work, so I got to get all that together and go to bed and go make some money so I can go spend it on fishing stuff again.
And you're doing good until you cussed with that 4-letter word.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, you're still number one. Actually, number 2 behind Mark and Lau.
Hey, I have no problem giving up first place to them. Let me tell you something, because they're number one in my book too. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
I have no issues with that at all.
All right, and I will say this: I am very thankful for being a guest on Catfish Weekly. I enjoyed myself. I had a great time. I can't wait to do it again in the fall.
Yeah,
and it'll be a blast.
absolutely.
It was an eye opener to find out how many people did like what I have.
Yeah.
And hopefully next time they'll have more questions for me to find out more about me and stuff.
Dig deep history.
Bigfoot has a lot of mystery. Like I said on Catfish Weekly last Monday, that a lot of times I will not show me catching certain sizes of fish because I catch most of my fish to both feed me and feed other people that need food, and I'm not going to cause a controversy over it.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? At least last time I checked, we still live in a free country. You know,
right? But I just do that to keep the hassle and comments down to nothing.
I understand. I understand. Trust me.
Because I hear everybody saying you keep the fiddler fish to feed, which I can understand if I'm just feeding myself.
Yeah.
But when you're feeding handicapped people that can't get out, you're feeding people with other illnesses and sicknesses that they can't get out.
Yep.
Or some paraplegic that like eating fish, they have to have someone else cook it for you.
Yep.
So
you can only catch so many dinks, you know?
Yeah.
You can only catch so many.
So many dinks, like 6 dinks ain't going to feed everybody.
Nope.
That's why I normally keep him anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe 25.
Yeah, and look, we'll do that every now and then. You know, it just all depends on what's going on. But every now and then, yeah, we'll keep one that size, just depending. I mean, look, that yellow cat that Gabe caught a couple of weeks ago, that 12-pounder. We ended up keeping it. Now we had gut hooked him real bad, and he was bleeding real bad.
Mm-hmm.
So just soon take him home and clean him rather than put him back and him die and go to waste. You know. But hey, that's the name of the game, brother. Well, look, I appreciate you invite me on. I always have a good time, man. Y'all have a good time.
You're more than welcome. But I want to end this here now because I have some meat on the smoker. I need to go check and take care of a few other things. And I will see you next Sunday night with a guest of Bottom Feeder Outdoors. So it's been a blast having Creole and Catfish and Crappie. We will see you tomorrow night with Catfish Weekly with Keith from Fishing and Stuff on there. And shortly after that, we will have Catfish and Crappie with Dieter Melhorn on it. And Tuesday night, we will have I know there's people on Tuesday night, which is the Bullock Experience and Chatting with a Muskrat. Then we have Patriot James Wednesday night. And we have the Bait Shop with Dockery and Chucky. And after that, we have Panfish Nation. And Friday night, we got 2 stands. Saturday night, we got Keeping It Real with Mike Greenwell. And next Sunday night, we got Palmetto Cats and Avid Fishermen afterwards. So, and we have a bunch of lives in between. Enjoy tight lines and good night, everybody. Monday's going to be a big show, so tune in and have fun. Yeah, Mo Creek, that's Shad's new name is Chucky. Hey, that's what we do best, isn't it, Dave? At least it didn't take you out there and show you the ribs on the barbecuer. But good night.